All right, shalom, shalom. Once again, we're out here. The Israelites here to prophesy the downfall of America, aka also known as Babylon, also known as spiritual Sodom and Egypt, and prophesying the ushering in of Jacob, consisting of the 12 tribes, so-called Black, Latino, Native Americans scattered across the world, you know, returning back to the Most High, righteousness and sincerity. So we're going to give all praises to Yahweh, Pa'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Pa'ashem, Kakadash. That's the Heavenly Father's name. Yahweh, He is the Be Son, Yahweh Shai, He that delivers. We always say in the Holy Spirit, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops, great millstone. Most salutations to the brothers, teaching word for the hopeful elect, soon to be the elect Most High will. Try spirit, return back to the Most High. Families, blessings. Just going to be open topic. Get this first scripture. It says, it's Luke 13 and 24. It says, strive to enter in at the straight gate. And it's only one straight way. It's only one narrow way. It says that in the Apocrypha. You know, they got all these kind of religions, different opinions, different teachings and all that. It's only one way. It's only one straight gate. You know, it says, for many, I say to you, will seek to enter in and should not be able. This is words of Yahweh Shai. So it's not all together. It's not all one big hug. You know, one big union, you know, of these worldwide people and all that, man. You know, it's few of us that really sincerely believe and love the Most High and putting aside ourselves. You know, your own ego can getting in the way, your own personality, your own, you know, your own, in your mind, what you've created as thinking that's the right way, man. And it's not, you know, second address, see what that says, second address 7 and 8. I mean, when you deal with mathematics, there's only one truth about it, you know? It's only one truth about it, man. No matter how you flip the equation, flip the fractions or whatever, the percentages, you know? Everybody, in mathematics, you want to do your 100%. When you take a test, you want to make 100%. You know? In the band, you want to make the best song. You know? In the Olympics, you want to be the best runner or the best, you know? In the teams, you want to be the top scorer. You want to be the winner. It's only one winning team, man. You know? Everybody can't be on the team. Everybody can't make it. Second edge is 7 and 8, I think. See what that says. Second address. Let's start at 1. Second address 7 and 1. And when I had made an end of speaking, we can start at 6 and 54. And after these, Adam also 53, upon the 6th day thou gavest commandment unto the earth, that before thee it should bring forth beasts, cattle, and creeping things. And after these, Adam also whom thou hast made us Lord of all thy creatures. Adam is from the ground, you know, and Adama, but we all come from the ground. Such thing as sons of Adam, but we were separated, you know. So when, even though we all come from Adam, the ground, there's different people that the Most High separated, you know, according to their nation, according to their heritage and land, so to speak. And then you got the main people, Adamites, which really are the Israelites. So it says, of him come we all, see, and the people of whom thou hast chosen. Yeah, we come off from there, but whom he had chosen too, which is the Israel, but it's the elect of Israel concerning now, you know, because everybody don't know the Most High. Everybody ain't searching for the Most High. They don't wait for a return of the second coming of his son. So how are they included? How are they gonna make it? They don't know. It says, and this have I spoken unto thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. Yeah, made the world for our sakes. Who is our Israelites? You know, everything supposed to be belong to us, even the nations, man. You know, so this is over here in America. This is straight robbery. You know, they you know, all these business, all this things that they make money off of us. You know, this is supposed to be ours. The rivers, the sea, the ocean, the beast. You know, the business in this place, the clothing, the food, it's supposed to be for us, man. But Esau, it's in the hand of Esau right now. And that's why he has control of the FDA, the Food Drug Administration, control of the land and all that. You know, the clothing stores and all that. You know, you gotta get everything from him, man. You know, Most High made it like that for a reason until further notice. It says, all this have I spoken unto thee, O Lord, thou mayest work for our sakes. Yeah, as for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, and it reiterates that in the Bible in Isaiah 40 and 15. They are nothing, man. You know? So when you have people like Vocab and other people like even the other Israelites group, you know, a lot of that's entertainment, man. You know? A lot of, I mean, of course, it's fluff on their part. A lot of it is for our, you know, Most High is entertaining us till we get out of here. You know, but we know they don't mean nothing, man. You know, even the average so-called Christians that fast and ask questions, some of them might be Jake, but even if they are Jake, if they're not sincere about the word, I mean, you have, you know, they mean nothing to on this side, man. But there is a calling, like it says in the scriptures. Many are called, few are chosen. It says, they are likened to spittle, and has likened the abundance of them as a drop that falleth from a vessel, man. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen which have been reputed as nothing have begun to be lords over us. It says, and to devour us. And every nation had a part in that, the Confederacy. These Hamites look down at us, you know. The Elamites look down at us. The Ishmaelites look down at us. You know,
even though we got the most important job, you know.
Hell, our own people look down at us and shit. They got a Gentile state of mind, a heathen state of mind. You know, but that's what Israel complained about these nations being over us, because they set oppression. You know, You go over there in China, they call you they that byword, that by phrase, whatever. Fire, get out. Hell, you go amongst Elam, the same thing. So forth, so-called white man, nigger. Any of these lands, like it says in scriptures, were bywords among all these nations. So how they become over us and rule over us, the ones that's most high repute as nothing, man. And it says, and now it says, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. For we, thy people, possessive. We, thy people, you know how it on the dollar bill, we the people. That's talking about they people. Whoever on that dollar bill.
They ain't bring us into slavery to put us with the Constitution. They bring us into slavery to make us work for them.
Yeah.
We're not part of this society, Jake. Like, it wasn't built for us. But we're glad it's not, But the Lord's ultimately going to get rid of this place.
That's how you know it's demonic, because like you were talking about, they print money and shit. Jake working hard for that shit. They in the factories got a machine to print $100 bills. Like that. Shit, it takes like all day, an 8-hour shift, 10-hour shift to make $100.
That's why this work is the only thing that's really going to count,
This is the real labor of love.
This is the only way that we're getting out of here, through highways and byways, preaching this truth. The Lord said we got to do that to all nations, teach all nations, and of course we declared it to all nations, but we really go into 12 tribes of Israel. But once we're done with this, then we can go home. After the trouble, of course.
Yeah. We thy people whom thou hast called thy firstborn. See, really spiritually, we owed it in Esau, man. And were the chosen above him. Came out same womb twins, but we're the chosen vessel. Our people got a lot of anger, a lot of problems, a lot of poverty, a lot of oppression, a lot of anger. But we still the children of Israel. That doesn't change anything. Like we always say, you go over there and live in China and grow up, you just a so-called black man in China. So-called black man in Africa. But you still an Israelite over there. It says, thy firstborn, thy only begotten, man, and thy fervent lover are given into their hands. And that's the bond we have with the Most High, especially in this truth. The mediator being Yahweh Shai. Now we got a relationship with the Most High again. We got kicked out of Jerusalem, fled from the enemies, but the Most High called us back, yelled at us to the prophets and say, hey, you don't have to run. I'm still for you. You just gotta do right. Get yourself together. We getting ourselves together, man. We got
I was just saying, like, once you get yourself together, you can't fall down, Jake. You gotta stay with the work.
Well, yeah, you're gonna fall down though. But yeah. I know what you mean. But it says the just man falls 7 times, get back up.
Yeah, you gotta stay with it. When you do fall, you do have a time, it's tough, to do the work. You gotta keep going.
And that's when the devil attacks you more. Just like a boxer, when you hit the ground, he coming at you. Or a fight. So that's what the devil does. That phrase that kick you while you're down. That's what the devil does.
So we got to be on our toes in the spirit, That car said Jehovah on the back.
Yeah.
They think they know the
But
Lord.
Most High give us he gave us confidence again, He fixed us up again, made us look beautiful again through this work. Now we have a heritage. Now we have a history. Now we have, Now we have a power, a sense of consciousness of really true godship. You know, no longer uh, kept under being a product of our environment. You know, it says if the world now be made for our sakes, while we not possess inheritance with the world, how long shall this endure? And when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me the angel which had been sent unto me the night before. It says, and he said unto me, Up, Edris, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. And I the entrance would go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it. If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the bride, man? So that's what we're doing, going through that narrow gate to go into the kingdom, which is the bride. You know how many, you know how the kingdom is going to be filled sand of the sea of Israelites? You know how much we're going to, most High said in the beginning, he said, replenish the earth and multiply. You know how many women we're going to have the multiplication in the kingdom, where it's vast rulerships, lands, regions, galaxies, planets. That's a very great thing, a great rulership, you know. And we're all for it, man. Because let's say in this kingdom and shit, you go do a you go fishing or something. Or you go with your, you know, you might be pulled over. You're gonna have a light. Who they call those people that a light the a police that's in the waters to come and get you and shit. Helicopter over your head, drone over your head. What is this nigga doing in the water and shit? You talking about the Navy? Yeah, and you know, different forms of the Navy, or even just, you know, somebody that go into the lakes, yeah. small land regions that come get you and shit. Yeah. Like, what are you doing, nigga? Hey, I'm just fishing or whatever. Well, you gotta have a fishing license. Fishing license, yeah. You know, what are you doing here? Well, who owns this boat? Where'd you get it from? Step out the water. Talk to you. You know, we're blessed by Yahweh Shai for him to give us our spiritual fishing life. Yeah, we got a spiritual fishing life. Exactly. Jake. Yeah, that's why the most, yeah, that's why Yahweh Shai said to make you fishers of men. Right. Most High got a whole different, man, you can't be on Most High's level. This come from the heavens. No man could have figured that out unless it came from the heavens. If it wasn't for the spirit of the Most High, niggas, they would have still been just fishing, and that's it. Like, no, fishers of men. You know, going, leading them to the narrow, to the straight gate. You know, saying this is the way. Oh, it don't look so good. It's narrow. I don't see too much up there. Well, that's the same road that Most High wants us to take. It says that's like Moses in the wilderness, man. They like, did you bring us out here to die? You know. Sometimes Jake be like glad he went to prison because you know, if you have a Jake that's an alcoholic or on drugs, he's like, damn, I need this, because he can't get no drugs in prison. He can't get no alcohol in prison. Mm-hmm. So it becomes his own therapy and rehabilitation. You know, so you know how Most High could flip something. He can make the deadly undeadly. You know, he can make the rough places smooth. He can make your enemy your friend. He can make, you know, the rivers calm, the storm pass over. He controls everything. You know, it said, Wisdom of Solomon 12:1, is incorruptible spirit is in all things. Yep. So, you know, and he said when we do the will of the will, you know, he's gonna let stuff, you know, he's gonna let things go our way. Yeah. Just enough to do the work. Yep. Because you could have a beautiful scenery and look over the ocean, And when when the water start roaring shit, you got to get back. You know, run cover and shit, man.
Like everybody else.
Yeah.
You reign on the just and the unjust.
Yep.
You ain't exempt, you know, from going through the dangers. That's what our portion is.
Yep. It says, verse 6, there is also another thing. Another thing. A city is built and set upon a broad field, and it's full of all good things. The entrance there is narrow. Well, that's like into that kingdom, man. It's all good things. You're gonna have greatness, rulership, vast land, women, wine, peace, love. You know, gonna have all that in the kingdom, but it's a narrow path to get there. You know, it's like that Wizard of Oz, stay on the yellow brick road and shit. You know, and you're gonna have all kind of tests when going down that yellow brick road. You're gonna have a witch following your ass. You're gonna have them poisoning your field and shit, make you fall asleep, make you lazy. All the shit that they got out, makes Jake lazy, makes Jake, over sexual and shit. You ain't supposed to be fiending for no woman like that. You supposed to be a king. They supposed to be on your ass like that, dude. You know, Jake be like, nah, man, I gotta talk to her. Of course, you like sport. It's a game, but Jake get over his top of his head for these women, man.
Especially in the time that we're in. Like we're in a whole other time. They in the time World War III is about to pop off.
Yeah.
So this time the mindset has to be a lot more alert.
Yeah. That road is getting more narrow and more narrow, like tunnel vision. You know, there's not too much you could do. If you to get distracted, you might lose your balance and fall off the cliff or something like that. So every step, every step is a special step to get there. It says the entrance thereof is narrow and set in a dangerous place to fall. See, it says as if there were fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water. Man, that's crazy. And they high up, and they on a cliff or something, and it's not actual reality, but what they see in that tunnel vision of a virtual reality, they trip in real life, man. That lets you know it's a mental thing, man. More of a spiritual thing connected with Yahweh, but he want to see how you do with your mind state, what you gonna do. That's why it says in the scriptures, he put us in the midst of the nations, and we got over influenced by these nations and did worse than they did.
So you gotta be really focused.
Yeah, you gotta be really focused, because it's like a young woman, 14, 15-year-old teenage woman hanging out with a mischievous teenager that's into harlotry. You keep hanging out with her, talking about Israel and America. You keep hanging out with her, you're gonna be into harlotry shit too. You're gonna be in the mirror putting on makeup. You're gonna go to her parties and all that. Next thing you know, you're gonna be doing drugs. Next thing you know, you're gonna refuse to go back home, and that's your lifestyle now. That's your, that's all you do is party, rock and roll, drugs and all that. Your parents are looking for you. When you gonna come home? I'm cool. And then what? You end up dead, or the harlot end up setting you up or whatever.
That's the one thing, Jake. Like just like the elder was saying, like a lot of this stuff came from Jake. So you got to really be focused, because we'll end up looking back, and that's what Israel is right now. Like Lot's wife, she was there for him. She was there for Lot, but it was just those little things that had her look back, and that's how focused we got to be. We got to keep our eyes single on this truth, and make it the main thing. because they really trying to get us to throw us off, especially out here.
One reason to say be occupied in prophecy.
Yep.
Meditate upon the word day and night. Because it's hard as soon as you get that routine of doing it wicked, it's hard to break that shit.
Yep.
That dopamine sets in.
Yep. That Babylon juice, Jake. You got to make sure that, you deny yourself. Yep. You won't make it.
Yep. It'll say, false balance is an abomination to the Most High.
Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1. Yep. You got to be balanced in this thing. We know that we're going to fall, like the elder was saying earlier, but, you have to be upright as men. Somebody got to stand out here,
Yeah, it said we're the watchmen, man.
Yeah.
We're on the high towers, looking and seeing this war approaching, seeing Jacob's trouble approaching, seeing the falling of this place, slowly, gradually, infrastructurally, inwardly, it's rotting out.
Pointing it out.
Yeah. We're telling you not to fuck with the harlot, man. Get away from that bitch. Israel is returning back to her youth as that comely and delicate woman. That's what it says. Most High made us into a delicate and comely woman. The comfort of this truth is comfort, but it ain't a comfortable place we're in. So we're a little rough around the edges, a lot of rough around the edges, a lot of time. Second Esdras 42 and 7. I mean, if you got a boxing match, and for the heavyweight championship, you're not gonna be eating cakes and donuts and having sex a lot and shaking everybody's hand and hugging people. You're gonna be in that mind state, for war.
Your mind, your mind is gonna be you're gonna really feel that spiritual war, Jake, and people are gonna try to hit you harder than everybody else. Because that's the one thing that they hate is a so-called Negro, black man standing on his feet for the Lord. That's the last thing they want. That's why they made the churches. So that would never be. Eve could stand up and be the leader. And they know as long as that happens, Israel can't go home because the Lord called his men.
Second Esdras 42 and 7. You gotta be. It's a precept to false abomination. Okay. Yeah, so get that Proverbs 11 and 1. A false balance is abomination to the Lord, man. Yeah. As well as the smooth. And exercise your mind thereof to become better at, just like anything, become better at it. There's no way you could take martial art classes and not become better at it when you keep going. Same thing with sports and all that. Then you got a more sense of you got more clarity. You got more sense of, you got a sense of balance. Because you understand the element of things. You understand it about the straight gate, about how people, everybody ain't gonna make it. You understand that the Most High, sets mercy upon certain people, certain nations. Understand why Most High don't give a damn about these other nations, man. If you go and live among these nations and you stay there for a little while, live amongst them, you'll understand. Like, damn, these nations hate us, man. And they don't reverence and exalt the Most High. You know? So why should I give a damn about them, man? You have somebody that you help up, and then as soon as they get up, they push you off the cliff. The dog eat dog world. But a just wait is his delight. You know? Most High is going to balance this stuff out, man. Like the Matrix, it says he's your negative self. You came to balance the equation. There's another one that says, it kind of goes into it. Yeah, right here, talking about how, like, balance of, like, you get judged. I don't know, it's not really. Oh, it's another one that says diver weights too. Okay, diver. Okay. Don't delight in divers weights. Yeah, that's what I was seeing. Yeah, that one. I mean, you have a fat woman, and she's scared to get on that scale because she knows she hasn't been eating a balanced diet. She's scared to weigh herself. But she knows she's already fat. You don't need to get on the scale to know you fat. She knows it's gonna be over 100, 200 pounds, but she'll get on it anyway. And she'll be devastated when she see that number. You know? So my point with that is everything is weighed out, whether it be detrimental or not. It has to be weighed out. The balances have to be balanced out, though it be terrible. This war has to. This wickedness got to be balanced out. Being overtaken by righteousness. Be wickedness, man. It has to be an opponent. That has to be a dark place for light to shine. You know? Yeah, that's it. Okay. But not the one I was talking about originally, but that's diverse weight scripture. Yeah, I didn't find it. I'm gonna look a little bit more. Yeah, it's something totally different. That's the one I'm talking about diverse weight stuff. Apocrypha is something that has to do with balance. This is Proverbs chapter 20, verse 10, and it reads diverse weights. Yep. And diverse weights, like many different weights. Go ahead. And diverse measures. Go ahead. Both of them are alike abomination to the Lord. Yeah, man. Yeah. Divers weights, man. like the Most High said, he said he take the ours up as a little thing, as a dust of the balance. That weighs nothing. He ain't trying to weigh these nations, because they're nothing. They're not on the scale with us, man. They don't have to be measured, so to speak.
This is Second Ezra chapter 3, verse 34, and it reads, "Weigh thou therefore our wickedness
Go ahead.
now in the balance."
Yep. So there's a balance. There's a balance. There's a measure of wickedness. That's why the Most High say, "Hey, they don't be much overly wicked and much overly righteous." There's a balance to all that, man.
And the churches always say all sin is the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Some sins are more weightier than others.
Mm-hmm.
Some stuff you do, you can't, like taking that MOTB, you can't get forgiven, man.
Yeah.
You can't.
There's a sin into death.
That's the missiles hitting your ass.
Yahweh Shai talks about with the weightier matters of the law. It's weightier things, man. You don't supposed to let your sins weigh you down. So you gotta fight and balance yourself, to where you outweigh these things, man. Or your righteousness outweigh the wickedness.
And that way, just keep coming out here. You keep doing this work. You keep doing videos. You keep standing on your feet upright.
Because like you said before, even in your video, you said before, it's 2/3 they doing videos every day, and they love what they do. And whether it be comedy, whether it be for education, sports, So I remember a lot of those groups back then. Shit, every day you see them in a magazine. Every day you see them on TV doing an interview. Every day, they setting up for a concert. Every day they signing autographs and shit.
Yeah,
like,
they're going hard to be somebody in this world.
Yeah.
Say the truth.
But today it's like it's watered down. Niggas just like they don't even want to do concerts. They let their CD play and shit while they smoking weed on stage. It's like the world has gotten lazy, man. They don't understand that, they don't even want to get on the scale to weigh themselves, so they because they know they got to lose weight. The scale will talk to them like, yeah, you too fat. You got to lose weight in this motherfucker. They just be like, I don't want to see it.
That myth is gone.
Yeah, smoking cigarettes, I don't want to hear about it. I just rather just die or whatever, or just let it consume me and shit. I'll deal with it when it comes. And it'd be the worst thing when it does come. And you can't deal with it. And you regret the shit. Go ahead.
And there's also that dwell the world.
Mm-hmm. Says, weigh our wickedness, start again, weigh our wickedness against their wickedness.
So it says, weigh thou therefore our wickedness now in the balance.
Go ahead.
And there's also that dwell the world.
Yeah, them that dwell in the world. Go ahead.
And so shall thy name nowhere be found but in Israel.
Yeah, man. But the Most High say, prove it then. Your woman, you get caught, you catch a woman walking with a man, she talking about he's just my friend from high school. You say, I don't want you hanging around him. Nobody, And then, I love you though, but prove it then.
And the next two is heavy.
Yep. You got to be at home at 10 o'clock. You got to have the house clean. You got to do what I say. Can't be hanging out at clubs no more. You got to cut all your friends. In this world, there shouldn't be such thing as a woman having a best friend that's a man and shit. We was friends in high school, so we just went out to dinner. It ain't none of that. I don't care if he's a sodomite and shit. Your woman ain't supposed to be around all that shit. Just like we ain't supposed to be around all this stuff out here, man. We want to prove ourselves to the Most High. He say, hey, you got a curfew now on. You gotta do this. You got order now. You gotta report now. Go ahead.
Verse 35, or when was it that they which dwell upon the earth have not sinned in thy sight?
Yeah, like they send us too, Most High. Weigh are us against them. You know, because you got similar things, like we said about the all sins are not the same.
Done.
But see, if you got a thief and he steals a whole land, of course that's different from the thief stealing a damn candy bar.
He ain't gonna give that punishment like that.
But
you know,
but if that dude if he keeps stealing candy bars, guess what? He's gonna steal everything else.
Yeah.
He gonna steal money. He gonna steal a car. So that's what the Most High mean, man.
That's why the Lord had Esau do that 3 strikes you out.
Mm-hmm.
That you want to just keep doing the same damn thing. We're gonna punish it like, with a way more severe punishment.
Yeah.
But we know Esau don't even keep his own shit. A lot of times Jake be still getting away with shit. Jake got down 18, 19 felonies and shit. Some Jakes out here, should have been had 3 strikes, but Esau loved Jake being wicked, man.
Yeah.
So he let him continue.
Yep. Like we said, it ain't a law against adultery. It ain't a law against sodomy. It's not a law against taking a man's land, because they take another man's land. Go ahead.
Or what people have so kept thy commandments.
What people have so kept thy commandments. Go ahead.
Verse 36, thou shalt find that
Israel, not any other nation, Israel. And if Israel, Most High said, well, okay, well, if that's the case, well, I'm going to punish you for all your iniquities. Like it says in Amos, I've not known any other nation, any other family of the earth but you. I'm going to punish you for your iniquity. You know? So go ahead.
Thou shalt find that Israel by name hath kept thy precepts.
By name, we're named after the Most High, man. Because we're married into the Most High. Following his precepts, following his word to the best of our ability. You know? Don't go to a place where you're going to get, your mind is going to get warped out. Don't play with yourself like that, your mind like that. Don't play with the left-hand side like that. It'll swallow you up. You know? Don't play with your life like that. Like, I'm going to just try it. You know? Drugs, whatever. Then you get hooked on crack like you thought you were stronger than that. Nah, these are some heavy elements out here. These are some heavy. Might be right-handed, but the left can do damage too. Most High exercise both on the earth, man. You go, a lot of these celebrities, when they go into the world of Hollywood and shit, they think they strong enough and gonna be independent. They got plans and shit. And I'm gonna do this and then break into acting and shit. They don't help. They be like, I can't do all that shit now. It's too much control. It's too heavy. They weigh you down, like I said. They weigh you down and shit. You gotta do this many concerts. You gotta sign autograph. You gotta do rehearsal steps. You gotta do it perfect. You gotta, you gotta wake up and do an interview and shit. You don't do that interview, we gonna dock your ass, man. Dock your pay. Damn, I didn't think y'all was gonna do it. Yeah, you gotta be at the interview and shit. You gotta do a concert. Well, I'm not up for it. I'm sick. Well, you gotta get through it. You know? And then what? Do you reap the benefit? A lot of celebrities, they complain about all this stuff, but hey, you're a star now. You got millions of fans that want to see you and love you. We don't get no love. We ain't complaining, but we don't get no, oh, there go the Israelites. Let me get. We don't look for that, but we don't get no love like that. They wait. They soon as you come out these celebrities come out the limo, they ready. Can I take a picture with you?
Well, at us, they're looking like we crazy, taking snapshot us on the road.
Yeah.
Like we just doing something that wasn't ordained since the dawn of time.
Yeah.
And it said that, you know, we kept thy precepts, but not the heathen, man.
Yeah.
Not the heathen.
Yeah. Because it ain't in the heathen to keep the Most High.
No, they're not going to do this to the best of their abilities.
No.
That's why we say it's through the Spirit.
Yeah.
They're not going to do this.
No.
You know, they're not going to hang with this. They're going to even having the mindset to understand that this is the only way you're getting saved, Jake, through your faith and your works. You can't just half-ass do that. It's a balance, like the elder's talking about. You got that work has to show. It has to show thoroughly. And it has to show to the Most High, not to everybody around us. It's got to show to the Most High. And if he say you didn't do enough work, that's a scary thing, Jake. You know, that's why you see what's all so fervent and doing that work all day. You know,
because hey, wisdom was with us, man. When we was young and we was in class and shit, the angel was looking at, you know, seeing how you gonna act and shit. Because you have to do what the teacher says. Well, that's an occupation that we had to go through, even though it's not the truth. But the Most High had us occupied, and you had to be on time. You had to wake up in the morning, be on time class. You had to make the best grades, or your ass to get kicked out. You had to, you know, you had to rush it from one class to another. You had to do your homework and shit. Same thing.
Like you got 5 minutes to get across the whole goddamn school.
Yeah, busting your kneecaps to get there. Big backpack and shit. That's kind of like the truth, man.
Yeah, you gotta be there. You gotta be there and show up.
Yep.
You know. And
Most High requires something. You can't just be a bum ass in this truth, man, and just wait for the kingdom and shit. You gotta work. You know.
But Jake too drowned in the world. Jake looking at everything but this truth, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so now, just like the elder said, you know, as soon as a celebrity come out, they're like, oh, look at him. You know, that's how it's gonna be in that day. They're gonna look at us like we the celebrity. He said he's gonna make a man more pressing than fine gold. It's been gonna be those celebrities. Well, they actually did the work, because a lot of these celebrities you seeing, they ain't do no damn work to get where they at. They done got with the boule and done some weird ass shit, man. They didn't earn that spot, man. You know?
The value, like we said, the value of this place has gone down.
It's true, man.
Nobody know how to sing no more, but they want to make a whole album and shit. You know, nobody know how to write. They had a advertisement of some sort, and it said they showed us, man. You know, fuck Sophia on the left hand side of that robot shit.
Yeah, that's what Esau Edom doing. Everything since he don't got his birthright, he's got to make a counter everything, man.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Go to a scripture that says, "Make a God." He can't make a God like unto himself. And that's what, like the apostles always say, Esau is the physical counterpart of the Satan. There's always a counterpart to something. You know, but they're gonna start using it to replace actual human labor, human value. What man can make a God like unto himself? I think.
Yeah, right. Yeah. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15.
Go before that.
Okay. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15, verse 15. Oh, man. Come on. Hold on. I got it. See how it went off like that? It just went away right when I was about to read. All right, here we go. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15, verse 15. And it reads, for they counted all the idols of the heathen to be gods.
That's what they do. You got American Idol in this place. You got gods in this place like money, forms of God, like, you know, and it's some jakes actually bowing down the statues. Not publicly, but behind closed doors, those senators and those mayors and shit.
They really doing that shit.
They really doing that shit. They got certain government status. They doing that shit, man.
That's how you got them movies that it'll be like a ultimate warrior. This motherfucker in this house with a Buddha statue and shit, and bowing to that shit and praying to it.
Yep.
You know, same way with these Muslims. You know? All of them is doing this shit. These heathens are really bowing to these statues.
And Jake, man.
Yep.
They be doing that shit too.
Yep. It's crazy.
Go ahead.
Which neither have the use of eyes to see.
They don't have eyes to see. Go ahead.
Nor noses to draw breath.
No, nor noses. And if they build a big ass statue of a human-like figure, people be afraid of that shit. They don't even breathe or nothing. Even with Moab, his puppet shows that he do with the lion and the, you know, them big ass puppet kind of creatures and shit. People are odd, and some people fear that shit. Yeah, that's Esau, the devil horns and shit. Baphomet.
He said, y'all TikToking. Yeah, we TikToking. The time is almost up, bro. Nor ears to hear.
Nor ears to hear, man. Go ahead.
Nor fingers of hands to handle.
They don't even have hands to handle. Go ahead.
And as for their feet, they are slow to go.
Go ahead.
Verse 16.
Esau is a big ass kid, man.
Yep.
But when that Jacob trouble, Most High gonna turn him into a little woman and shit.
Yep. He's gonna be weak vessel. He's gonna be helpless. Yep. He's gonna be out there crying. He's gonna be out here crying. Verse 16. For man made them.
Man made them. Go ahead.
And he that borrowed his own spirit, fashioned them.
He fashioned them. Go ahead. And it's all. This is you in a body. This is a warring state. Most High gonna take his spirit back. Yep. Yeah. Go ahead.
But no man can make a God like unto himself.
You can't make a God like you to yourself, which thinks, which got logic, walk, have eyes to see, ears to hear. Even the spiritual eyes and ears to hear. Esau is way behind. He can't make a God like him to himself.
Because he is no God.
Yeah.
He's never been one. He's just been a vessel to punish Jake.
Just like man prints money and he worships that same money. Like you the one that made that motherfucker, man.
And that's what's going through here.
How can you worship something that you made and shit?
And that's why we got 2/3 of our people, they worshiping the creature more than the creator.
Yeah.
You know?
And then they want to inquire the Most High, like, what God would make us make somebody worship him? Shit, I ain't worshiping anything that I made. They gotta worship me. You know what I'm saying? Got the nerve to ask the Most High, why would he need praise? Because he made us and shit.
Yeah, Jake.
If I make something that don't work for me, I'm destroying that shit. I buy a car, I own a car, make a car, and it's not, and it don't please me. I'm destroying it.
You keep breaking down. You gotta keep up the changing the tires out constantly. Yep. The damn engine keep crying out.
Yep.
You know, we gotta be like a well-oiled machine in the spirit, Jake. We gotta keep that endurance and that, you know, or you will fall for this shit. Yep. You will fall into this trap. Yep. You know. Yep. Verse 17. For being mortal, he worketh a dead thing with wicked hands.
Yeah, for being mortal, and that's all the way to this MOTB shit, man. He making he's a wicked person making a wicked thing, man.
Yep.
That's all he think is mortality and shit.
Yep.
No immortality. You know, so they putting their hands on everything, man.
Yep.
Trying the scientists, you know, with the chemicals and the elements and all the things that they deal with and shit.
Yep.
Go ahead.
This is the only time that he gets a chance to.
Yep.
For he himself is better than the things which he worships.
He's better than the things he worships. He wanted to make the money.
Yeah.
And he's crawling on the ground for this shit, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Damn, man.
You fucking made the money. You think the Most High say he made heavens and earth. You think Most High is going to bow down and crawl for these people on earth? He's just going to destroy their asses.
Destroy their ass.
You don't want to get right and commune with my spirit to take care of the earth, then you ain't no good. I'm destroy your ass. You can have questions and it ain't fair. And why would a God you can have all that? Well, he's gonna destroy your ass. Because hey, he's better than things he made. He's the creator, not the creature. Go ahead.
Whereas he lived once, but they never.
He lived once, they never. They ain't never breathed, never walked, never lived. You know, and he idolized himself. It's all about balance. It's all about measure. It's all about how you what's the value of things. That's how you know this place is done. They value things that they made more than them damn selves.
Shit, wow.
I gotta go to work to get more money. I gotta get that money. Well, you the one that's going to work to make the money and shit. So the money wouldn't be shit without you making it.
Your ass making the damn shit, Jay. You gotta examine yourself and see really how much you worth.
And what do you do with the money? You just buy more materials.
Yeah. For your ass, for your damn self.
To buy clothes and food and water and all that.
But so why would you worship this shit? Why would you put this shit over? You know, the work of the Lord. He said it's just closing the rain. That's all it is.
That's it. It's better to even sort of speak some servitude of plants, and at least they living. The waters and all that. Study this money and shit. Real resources, man. Go ahead.
Verse 18, yea, they worship those beasts also that are most hateful.
Yeah, and it talks about, like we said, we'll probably get it after this. Romans, they worship the creature more than the creator. They worship these beasts. And all that Egyptology shit with the falcon head and all that. And
that's why the Lord said in Peter, they natural brute beasts.
Yeah.
That's why he said that about it.
The mythology of the Greek gods of a man mixed with a horse and a human, half human and half horse and shit.
Like, what the hell is that?
Ah, man, that ain't plotted. It's not plot, and it's not possible, man.
And the Lord, you know, during Jacob's trouble, he could make it possible and have it out here slaying motherfuckers. He could. There's gonna be every foul and hateful bird in this thing, man. Hateful beast that they imagine. The Lord is gonna put that out here for them. You know, give them to their own devices. You believe in this shit? All right. There's gonna be zombies and everything out here, Jay. There's gonna be no game, man. It's gonna be dead serious.
Go ahead.
As it was saying, as it reads, for being compared together, some are worse than others.
Some are worse than others, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was a little
Romans.
Yeah.
We go to Romans 1 and we go to 1 and 2.
Verse 19, Wisdom of Solomon 15:19, neither are they beautiful.
Yep.
So much as to be desired in respect of beasts, but they went without the praise of the Most High and his blessing. Man.
Yeah. Heavy. Yeah. Romans 1 and 20.
Okay. That's what we're going there. Okay, go. Romans 1:20. This is Romans chapter 1, verse 20. And it reads, for the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen.
So the invisible things are clearly seen. How are they clearly seen, man? Because everybody say, well, I don't believe in angels. You can't see them. You believe in the wind, and you can't see that.
And he even sent some angels down here in the flesh, and you messengers.
Yep.
That's what they're doing. They're giving you a message.
Yep.
Being understood by the things that are made.
Understood by the things that are made, man. So when you examine the things that are made, you understand that there's a greater power. You understand that there's an invisible. You know, you understand that, you know, how things work that's out of man's hand, that Most High orchestrated. Even this very truth, man. Go ahead.
Even his eternal power and Godhead.
Even his eternal power and Godhead. Go ahead.
So that they are without excuse.
They're going to be without excuse. I don't believe in angels. I don't believe those are chariots. I don't believe this and that. It says, should their unbelief make the effect, make the faith in God non-effective? Paraphrase.
Just because you don't believe don't mean that the doctrine, the truth is not going to be null and void just because you don't believe, Jeff.
Yeah. And no man can get into a man's mind.
He said, what if some don't believe?
You know? Go ahead. Yeah, what if some do not believe? Go ahead.
Yeah. Verse 21, because that when they knew the Most High, they glorified him not as the Most High.
They glorify him not as the Most High. They call him anything, you know? They call his son anything. They you know, they got a mockery of concept of God, saying, yeah, you know, I believe in God.
Don't play with the names, Jay.
You know? Yeah, I heard about that. You heard about it. You should know about it.
Yep.
If you examine the things in the world, you should know about that God exists. The beast of the field, by examining them, you should know that there's a power, man. Not that Big Bang Theory. That shit is shot. All that science shit is shot, man. Because they don't make no sense. It's not really logical what they believe.
Yep.
You know, fears being roused up and shit. Go ahead.
So out there struggling.
Yep. Go ahead.
Anyways, because that when they knew not much, neither were thankful.
They wasn't even thankful.
Wasn't even thankful, man.
You know, they're not thankful for waking up. They're not thankful for eating and being able to drink water, being able to have children, being able to enjoy their wives and family. Well, you know, enjoy the sunlight. You know, even enjoy the winters and shit. You know, that you could be warm in the wintertime, and you could be cool in the summertime. Thankful that this place ain't burned up, burned down yet, because you still got a chance to get yourself right. Go ahead.
But became vain in their imagination.
They became vain in their imagination, thinking they could figure it out, thinking that they know the real power, thinking that, oh, just, you know, God is just fluff, a myth. You know, the very importance of or the what do you call it? The complexity of the human being itself is God power, man. Man, with thought, you know, with moral codes and all that, with a DNA, with a sense of heritage, sense of culture, a sense of examining things and walking the earth and figuring things out. How can we make this work for us? contribution to the human population. That's the Most High and His Son Yahweh Shai, man. Man, it says, how can ashes become? How can ashes be proud, man? You know, like these measly human beings. Some of them are not even human. That walk on the earth proud against the Most High, like they made themselves and shit. Came out of the womb feeble, needing their mother's milk from the breast and shit. Hoping they got good parents, so without abuse and shit. You got some dumbass parents or a beast-like-minded parents, your ass gonna be abused or thrown into a river or tortured all your childhood life. You better hope you come from good parents, a good stock. Like I said, the stock of Abraham, a righteous seed. Look at the wicked man, what he's doing now. He's torturing people, sacrificing babies, setting babies on fire, burning people, drinking blood. That's what these elites do. Like we always say, poisoning the water, the sky, using humans for targeting and hunting and experiments and shit. In their labs creating diseases and shit, man.
And these heathens got planned for Jake. We ain't gonna make it here, man.
Nah.
We're not gonna, man. That's why the Lord gotta come.
Yeah.
Because He said no flesh should be saved. He gotta come.
You said the Christians, the so-called Christians, they play with the word, talking about no weapon, singing that stuff. What's the weapon that can be formed against you? Because it's a lot that they're gonna get using. They got guillotines out there, concentration camp. Yeah. Let's see how many sing that. Let's see if they sing choirly in those concentration camps, singing no weapon. They're gonna be saying, "Shut that hell up! Shut that shit up! You sing that shit again, we're gonna take your head off. Keep that child quiet. We're gonna bust that baby against the wall and shit." Go ahead.
And their foolish heart was darkened.
Their foolish heart was darkened. Their foolish mind was darkened. Go ahead.
Verse 22. And it reads, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools.
They became fools, man. Because you be like, they be trying to act wise, like, yeah, I know who God is. And what about this? If God this and that. And if you're the prophets, then why don't you have any money? Where's your building and shit like that? You don't know the operation of the Most High. And it says that in the scriptures, you dumbass. If you believe that people of the Bible, it says that they would say to the poor man, sit down there at my footstool. Say to the rich man, sit down there in a good place. It says that they would hate the prophets. We're not surprised, but y'all surprised.
Y'all think T.D. Jakes is the one the Lord dealing with?
Yeah, man.
Crazy, man.
That's bogus. If y'all don't see, that's that scripture. The Most High blinded their eyes that they should not see. Shalom to brothers, comment board. Sisters might be tuning in, like South Devil Shalom. Yeah, they can't discern evil from good. You can't be so afraid of evil that you don't examine it. You know how Esau like to put everything under a microscope and examine it shit. Let's take darkness and put it under a microscope. You can't do that shit. Darkness is darkness. Light is light. You go outside in this light. You can't put that light under a microscope. Esau only deals with what the Most High allows him to deal with.
Yeah, he can't really obtain all the elements. That's left for Jake. Jake gonna be able to swim to the depths of the ocean.
He can't use He can't use all the energy of the sun or the moon. You know how much power that is to where it lights the whole world up and shit. People can see the moon from one side of earth to, one city to one state to the next.
Sometimes even in the daytime,
Yep.
you can see the moon.
Yep.
Thing bright, man. It's got it makes it its own light.
It's its own light. They fascinated by those things. What did it say? The heathen shall be dismayed at that.
Yep. And they change their gods into this shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm about to say.
Shit, Jacob make a rap song about the moon and stars. Mac to his woman with this. They had a song called "I'll Give You the Sun, the Moon, and the Stars." You know you can't give a woman that, but I can take you out to see them. I can't pull it and turn it off. Go ahead.
Verse 23, and change the glory of the uncorruptible.
You're gonna have power though. Because remember, I think it was one incident where the sun didn't go down for 3 days. I think. Go ahead.
And change the glory of the uncorruptible power.
Man. Go ahead.
And to birds and 4-footed beasts.
Yeah, they worship all them. Remember the golden calf back in the days of Moses.
Yep, that's really like the dollar today.
Yep.
That's that golden calf.
Yep.
All over again.
Yep. Yep. They on their hands and knees, scraping and scrounging for that dollar bill.
Yep.
What about the Nebuchadnezzar? Put up a statue to be worshipped. Oh. And they was throwing people in the furnace if they didn't. But they gonna throw people under the bus with that chip if you don't I mean, if you don't take the MOTV.
Yep.
They're gonna be like, shit, well, you a threat to society. Gonna have to lock you up. Then you be like, I ain't going. Yep. You fight, get in tussle, they're gonna take your ass out.
They was already trying to do that with the juice box, but they was like, we done enough. They started telling you really what it is now.
It says FEMA pastors are going to turn their congregation over. 501c3 charter. Yep. Go ahead.
And creeping things.
Man. Go ahead.
Verse 24, wherefore the Most High also gave them up to uncleanness.
Uncleanliness, go ahead.
Through the lust of their own hearts.
Lust of their own minds, man. You know? Jake lusting over everything, man. I want this, I want that, I want money, I want bitches, I want cocaine, I want this and that. I want every kind of drug.
I want to do everything but go to bed.
Yeah, exactly.
Jake want to do everything but this, man.
Yeah,
it's a battle though.
I want a new hairdo. I want a new.
If you really love the Most High, you'll look at this like, if we don't do this, we feel out of place, man.
Yeah.
You know, we don't come here and get this work. We feel like, damn, like, what am I doing here? Why am I alive? Like, that's how we feel. That's why you see us out here all the time, you know?
Because this is the true value of anything that ever matters. You know, this is more precious than gems and jewels and diamond rings and shit. That's why women be wanting to get married. Nah, keep that. I ain't getting work hard as hell for a diamond ring. You know, for you to throw away. I'd rather do this work. I'd rather chill with Yahweh Yahushua. I'd rather be with Sophia. Go ahead.
To dishonor their own bodies between themselves.
Yep, go ahead.
Who changed the truth, verse 25, who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie.
Truth into a lie, man. And it's going to say the next verse. Go ahead, line. Go ahead.
And worshiped and served the creature.
Worshipped and served the creature. Go ahead.
More than the creator.
More than the creator, man. Like they worshiping dollar bills more than the Most High. They worshiping, you know, like the so-called Christians and shit. Oh, it's a sunny day. This is a day for me and my children. Well, them sunny days are gonna turn to darkness. This is the Most High's days. This is the evil days. I don't care if it's sunny or not. It's a nice day, and you don't got no food. You ain't gonna be having a nice day and shit. You gonna be hungry as hell. Like, where my next meal gonna come from? Or you got a whole family. You just lost your job, but it's a sunny day. You ain't gonna have fun. Your ass is gonna be, Worrying about where you gonna get your money to pay the rent, so your children won't look at you like a failure, man. You know, so it's all of what the Most High is setting up on this earth. You know, sun say, I ain't gonna go down because of y'all down and shit. I'm gonna be the sun. I'm gonna be shining like a mother. You know? Same thing with the moon and all that. Stars, trees, they gonna just, let you cut them down. But everything is they doing what they doing shit. You know? Like Esau, the jungle, that's creatures in the jungle, they minding their business, they being who they, as creatures, and Esau go fuck with them and shit. Like, damn, I can't even be a damn, throw they meat from a bucket and shit. I can't even chase a gazelle no more. I can't even get my adrenaline pumping and shit. Got overweight lions and shit up in my Esau just slow it, control everything and slow it down and keep it from its greatness and shit. You know? Like that women had that same mind. Like, leave the boy alone, let him grow up, let him bump his head a little bit, let him make mistakes and learn and shit. But he gonna get he'll be all right. He'll get in trouble and he'll learn from it, you know? I think we should get him out of jail. Hey, boy needs to learn, man. We're learning right now. This is a learning lesson that we're in. You know? We don't have power, but we're supposed to be learning. We're students of the Most High. Understanding his greatness of what things are created. That everything has meaning, man. And we're growing and understanding and gaining wisdom, thereby. Staying quiet and, picking things up and seeing what they mean. We didn't dealt with women, and had to learn like, damn, okay, now I understand. These women don't give a damn. Now I understand that I gotta have a damn gold and shit for these women. I gotta understand that everybody ain't genuine. You can't trust everybody. Everybody ain't righteous. Everybody don't love the Most High. Everybody's not your neighbor. You got somebody, Karen, that says hi to you every day. As soon as you fuck up, he did it. Like, damn, I thought this bitch was cool all this time. I've been living with her, living next door to her for 5 years. And you like, now I understand, Most High, what neighbor you're talking about. You're talking about my own Israelite neighbor. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, it just said who is blessed forever. Homa.
So go ahead, yeah, but
we'll keep going.
Yeah. Okay. They worship the creature more than the creator. And the Most High gave them up. It's gonna say, go ahead.
Verse 26, for this cause the Most High gave them up to vile affections.
Vile affections. I love the world. I love, they into sodomy, into lesbianism, into political matters that haven't got nothing to do with the Most High. Worldly affairs, Vile affections, man. Emotions that bounce up and down that, that they can't control. Anger that they can't control. It says be angry and sin not. You could be angry, but sin not. Murder is sin. Beating somebody up is not. Go ahead.
For even their women did change the natural use.
That natural use is to get the club shot up. Nah. to get laid down and get pregnant and have a baby. The abortion rates are high in this place. They don't even want to have children no more. Go ahead. And they getting with women. Like, damn, what kind of world would it be if women got with women and men would? It wouldn't be nobody born in this place no more. That's death. That's promotion of death, man. Then they want to go to the women want to go to the man like some brat shit. Oh, can you help us have a baby? Well, if you can't have one, then you have Most High gave you the resources to have that. Marry a man. Most High ain't gonna give you what you already got, man. You know? Most High, can you give us comfort? I gave you the scriptures, the Holy Spirit. You rejected it. You didn't want it. You know? Could you give me a woman? Well, first I gave you Sophia, but you didn't want her. What makes you think you're ready for a real woman? And you don't even like Sophia. Go ahead.
Natural use into that which is against nature.
Which is against nature. It's not natural for a woman to be with a woman, man. You know? It's not natural, man. And that's what, you know, they talk about natural beast, brute beast. But that's because they intake this natural as, you know, and not develop into the spiritual.
And this just don't even make sense. We still they got transformer preachers out here talking about everybody welcome. It just said in the New Testament, you're not.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Fucking crazy, man.
Go ahead.
Went over the whole damn scripture. Verse 27.
Yeah, they skip scriptures, boy.
The shit out of this one.
They be like, get to a scripture and they, oh, there's Esau. Let's
we're gonna turn to this other one.
We're gonna close the church now and collect tithes and get out of here.
Yeah,
wait a minute, Pastor. What about it says Esau? Who is he? Go ahead.
Verse 27. And it reads, and likewise also the men,
like also the men, go ahead.
Leaving the natural use of the woman.
You supposed to get with the women, man. Not on no pimp shit, not on no lustful shit. Supposed to have wives, man. But like we said, it's not the time for that.
Yep, they just too manly.
It'd be like they had none, yeah.
They're too manly, they too ambitious. They want careers. And
it's a long time it's been a long time since I've seen a soft-spoken, submissive woman and shit.
Not really none out there.
Not really any out there.
Once that is, you know, they 20, 21, 22, they young.
Yeah.
And a lot of them still like, they act like that, but a lot of them still manly too.
Yeah.
A lot of our women is cool out here.
Yeah.
You know, they really think that America's gonna go home, they gonna have a chance to get their piece of the pie, as they say. Right?
So now you know those women that into, like it said in the scriptures, they don't love God, man. No, they don't have Most High in their thoughts. No. Just like we're about to read about these men doing this, have not the Most High in his thoughts. Go ahead.
Burn in their lust toward one another.
That's sodomy, man. How you think the Most High is for sodomy? And it says that in the scriptures. Jude 1:7 says brimstone on them.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Men with men working that which is unseemly.
It's unseemly, man. You know? They don't go together. Go ahead.
And receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat.
It's an error to do that. And the judgment and recompense is meat for them, man. The missiles is meat for these wicked people over here. You know? The judgment that plays out on earth is meat for these people that receive it, man. That's the just balance. That's the balance of the Most High. It says you reap what you sow. If you sow wickedness on the earth, you're gonna reap it. Them devils, Trump, he's gonna become a devil. He's a false accuser. Accuse our brethren. He's gonna say that we're terrorists and shit, man.
They already do.
That's what I'm saying.
They even saying their own people are terrorists. You got that one guy, he in North Carolina, and they trained him. He was like in Iraq, and they trained him in explosives and the types of things like that, the military, and he calling for people to step up and fight against the government right now, man.
Yeah.
So while they all there doing that, they calling us terrorists. We ain't no damn terrorists. We ain't out here doing no shit like that. We don't know how to make explosives and shit.
Yeah.
And that's what that's how you know that this truth is really a weapon, man.
Yeah.
That's why they calling us terrorists.
Yeah.
His truth is a weapon, man.
Yeah. And it says that. It says it's sharper than any two-edged sword.
That's why they doing that. That's why they tripping out about that shit, Jake. Because they know, man.
Yep. Scripture on the comment board.
Yeah.
I think this is from what does GNT stand for?
Good News Translation.
Good News Translation. Says, I have no right to boast just because I preach the gospel. After all, I am under orders to do so. And how terrible it would be for me if I do not preach the gospel. Yeah. We're afraid that if we don't teach the gospel, it's angels watching. They don't think angels are watching them, man. You know, angels are watching people.
Yeah.
Deaf angels. It says he sent evil angels, by sending evil angels among them. Most High sent evil angels to do his dirty work, man. I took care of that for you, Most High. Good, my son. Son on the left-hand side, Good. I got rid of him. I sent a plague out there. I went inside a man's mind to tell him to put a plague out there. And it's like 1 million people died from it. Oh, okay. The angel that asked the Most High, should I go down there as a lion spirit? They could come down in any form to shake up this place. It says, but though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of. Yeah, we just regular men. We're in flesh. We could be bound like they bound Paul and put him in prison. Bound the prophets. Bound Samson. They bound us, mock us, saying, where's thy God? But when we get that power, man, it's over for that. It ain't no talking. It ain't no negotiating. It ain't no, It already said in the scriptures that there's no repentance for them, man. You done. You can't talk. You can't talk the Most High, Yahweh Shai. You can't talk the prophets into gaining favor or some kind of friendship. That's why they're going to juice this shit for what they got left, because they know this is their very end. After this, it ain't no more. After this is done, It's what do they call it? That capito. It's I forget the word for it, but it's over. This is their last strike of the possibility of being God over the world.
This is their last chance to get it right.
The government, they want to be God though.
They've been trying to do it since Nimrod.
This ain't no. We'll just be men and negotiate and shake hands with men. They want to be God over people. They want to do what God, the Most High, does: control people, make people, create their own people, make them into robotic, control them mentally.
Well, I got all this AI out here,
yeah. It says, but necessity is laid upon me. Yeah, this is a necessity, man, and very necessary for your soul's sake, for your mental growth, for your spiritual growth, your stability, your sanity. Even though we insane to people, this is for your sanity. Because all these, what are they gonna do with all these nice cars when the world gets chaotic and shit? There's no gas. There's no food and shit.
See over there.
You seen that? You see a man that you, a woman that's fit, you know, been jogging around the street, up down the street and all that. And you see them during the time of Jacob's trouble and the famine, them motherfuckers weigh $102 and shit. Like, that's that same motherfucker that used to. Now he like, oh, can I have a piece of bread? Like, motherfucker bones and shit.
Yep. It could be like that in the instant, Jake.
Yep.
You see what happened over there in Cuba? They power grid went down and they put it back up and the Lord made that bitch shut off again.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody out there, like, that's talking about, 2-3 days, all the food in your refrigerator gone. That's the whole nation like that, man. What you think gonna start happening, Jake?
Yeah.
People gonna start robbing and looting, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna get wild.
Especially if it's if it's too hot or too cold, things are gonna spoil. Things are gonna get mildewy.
Yep.
You know.
And the government ain't gonna replace that.
Yep.
Why you think you got, they own people coming up against them? They got spies in the government too. Like that one woman, she was like in Florida, she was like the number one, she was like an accountant or something for one of those government officials, man.
Yeah.
And she was a spy for China, man.
Yeah. They got spies too.
Yeah, man.
Right under their nose.
That's what I said. That's what it was talking about. Esau won't even know it. And Obadiah 1:7, he doesn't even know see nothing.
Jake think he on that level. You ain't on a level where you sending spies out. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no level to where, and they do it very well. You might try to have a bitch go out there, she'll fuck it up. But these are trained, organized cadets and soldiers and students of that caliber, man. You know? Jake ain't got that set up. Jake be thinking he a big boss. He ain't got shit like that. Yeah. And they go in with devices, you know what I'm saying? Listen to the whole conversations, high-tech cameras and shit. They cost like $10,000 on the shelf. Or that not even on the market.
Yep. And they got them birds that they got now, them AI birds.
Yep.
And they look real too, Jay.
Yeah.
They got them flying
and
around.
Insects and shit.
Yep.
Birds, insects. Yeah. They got a chip that implanted in somebody that's have a recording device in it.
So if you try to pat them down,
you can't feel nothing.
Yeah, Jake, a lot of these people wired up, man. They're wired. Yeah. Tapped into this grid.
Yeah. It says, the necessity is laid upon me. Yea, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel. Woe means destruction. You'll destroy yourself. You know? And Most High is not really concerned about these people that are not doing the work, because they're going to get theirs. He's concerned about, because you're the example. Like, Most High, what about these people out here, man? You might have a Jake buying a bag full of money and shit. Like, that could have been me, Most High. But that ain't for you. Your thing is to do the work. Your thing is to do bid. Your thing is to have this as your treasure box. Every now and then, like we always say, Most High throw you a bone or whatever. You might have a better job, might come across some good money or whatever. Right? But still, regardless, this is the mission, man. Because, like you said, if we wasn't doing this, what would we be doing?
It's like we was last night, going into, dreams and stuff. Like some of these dreams, that I feel like I've been having with the, like I was telling you about how I just ended up across a whole bunch of money. We already got that.
Yeah.
We got this truth.
Yeah.
That's really what I feel like the Lord's saying. You know, ultimately, like we hit the jackpot, Jake.
Yeah.
Like we could have been doing anything else here. Everything else you see here is going to be in vain. This place is going to be a fucking parking lot, man. Nothing.
You got
gravel.
You got niggas called dollar signs and Richie and
Shit,
and they get broken shit, man.
Damn, man.
All right. Don't set your bar too high, man, for yourself.
Yeah.
Just be a regular man, and if you do get rich, you get rich. But damn.
But don't be striving for that shit. You know, look at the apostles. You know? Look at the apostles. They live a steady, normal life, you know? Like they said, when it comes to athlete, they live kind of a boring life. They ain't really like doing a whole lot of shit. You know? They sticking with boring foods is what they say.
Like Paul said, I know how to be a base and a balance.
And then what's crazy is for us, this ain't even boring. This is enjoyable. It's exciting. We actually get to be the part in the movie where we're actually the believers, man. You know? All the people we see, man.
And it's a great thing to have wisdom in this world. You know, to know what things are before you get into things. Tap into the wrong thing. That's the most high, man. But it's like, what do they say, a lot of hurtful lust out here. A lot of temptation out here. You know, a lot of confusion out here, man. We're not a part of that loop. Most High will until we got, forevermore. You know, to this time until we get Most High will saved up out of this place, man. Because there ain't no salvation here. We'll get a couple more scriptures to close out. So that you have to balance yourself, and don't ingest too much, don't consume too much, even with the word, Give yourself a break, listen to some jazz, some music, some relaxing, have some wine or something, think and have your mind run and some righteous concepts of the kingdom brethren, in the word, and then get back into your studies and your vids and all that, man. And like the apostles say, elders say, it's a video about hell shit. They breaking down shit themselves. Some of the people that's on TikTok and YouTube, you just play that motherfucker and then pull a couple of scriptures, close out. They'll explain it for you and shit. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you want to be edifying and stuff, is you don't have to do this, this attractive video with glowing lights.
Yeah, it's just about doing that work, but it does say, Jay, when you do the work or anything you do put your hands on, do with all your might. So as long as you're doing that, even if it is just a 10-minute video, 15-minute video, just do it with all your might, Jake. Just show the Lord that you really are intrigued in the sacrifice that He did for us, man. That's how we know these scriptures. He had to really, he was unrecognizable on the cross, man.
Yeah.
You gotta take that as man. You gotta take that and go all give that our all, man. That's all we got. Everything else here is meant to keep Jake in a docile mind state, worshiping this shit.
It's bullshit out here, man.
Because true worship, it ain't just bound to something. It's also what you put your time into. If all you do spending all your whole life trying to get money, that's what you worship, money. That's why I say you can't serve the Most High and man. But that's what we tell you, Jake. Don't worry about getting rich. We already rich. We talk about being able to fly, man, and own universes with the Most High.
Don't say it's not possible, because hey, y'all give this so-called white man credit. He be owning everything and shit. Like you get off his property, he say you on private property. He don't have to show you no certificate or the documentation.
Like
you just get off his property.
That basket at CBS, he pulled up and said, "Get your ass out of here." Pull up no certification. He said, "Get your ass off my yard."
You want to be helped by the Most High. Not on the Most High's bad side. They're gonna learn. We'll be helped by the Most High. On the Most High's good side. But closing out, man. For those that tune in, posting some scriptures on the board. And to the next time, Most High will continue to prophesy, you know, and the downfall of the wicked. But it can't be no peace unless the wicked is falling, man.
And we counting these plagues and these times like dominoes, Jake. We watching them fall.
Yep.
We counting them, and every day, day, man, something going down.
Yep.
Every day. It ain't been without fail.
It's that. What do you call finicky? Is that the word? It's fragile. Is that finicky? That you know, like a deck of cards that somebody build, and any slight of wind is blowing down. That's how close this place is to getting blown down, man. The slightest wind of what the Most High could put into office, or how he could direct them for what they saying and all that.
They count
one
down,
word, you know.
They count down for election day. We count down for election day too. When Yahushua come back, that's our election day.
Yep.
The elect.
Yep.
You know, Lord willing, we have that number.
Yep. So with that, hope you was edified. Hope it was edifying, man. Next time, continue to praise those names, giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Barakatayah, Barakatayah, Shai, double honors to Apostle Elders, Bishops, Great Millstone, much salutation to the brothers, team word for the hopeful elect, soon to be like Most High will. Shalom.
Shalom.